Man, I'm so sad to come home from work and hear about old Jerry Springer done passed. Oh my God. He passed and a home friend passed as well. Not a friend, but kind of like my godfather, kind of sort of. I growed up across the street from them. But this was extremely sad. Like today was already sad, but this made me even sadder because sadder. That ain't even a word. More sad. Because man, I almost flunked seventh grade dealing with Jerry freaking Springer. Yo, when I tell you how crazy it really was, like no, I don't know what happened. I think it was like one day. It was probably my first time getting suspended. First time getting suspended. I think that's what it was. My first time getting suspended, and I'm at home. I had absolutely nothing to do, and I didn't really know what to watch on TV because I'm not never at home except on the weekends you know, for going to school. Like during the day, it's nothing to watch. Man, I must have came across Jerry Springer one day on my suspension for fighting. And I ran across that Jerry Springer. And when I tell y'all, like at the school I went to too, like if you be late for class and then they give you lunch detention and you don't go to lunch detention, you get suspended for 2 days. I'm talking about I used to time it because like when Jerry Springer would come on, like for the next episode, they always would give you a preview. So I knew what days I was fenced to get suspended on, like in real life. Cause like if you get suspended for not going to detention, you got 2 days to be at home. Man, this was back when Jerry Springer was actually real, right? It only came on in the daytime, and I really just had to see it. Like it was so crazy. Like I literally used to, I darn near flunked the seventh grade dealing with Jerry Springer. No lie. I'm telling y'all, like every week it was like a mandatory. Like it was certain days that I had to literally be suspended. Like during the week. Then my homeboy Lorenzo had got suspended one time because the little time had passed by. That was my first suspension. So I didn't want to get right back in trouble. So but and I didn't want nobody to know I had watched Jerry Springer. So one of my homeboys had ended up getting suspended for not going to detention like a little while after the fact. Baby. When I said he was like, and he went home for 2 days, and for 2 days he was watching Jerry Springer. I was so jealous and mad because he would see because it didn't come on at night like it ended up doing after so long. But baby, it was so real. Like them fights was real. People literally was going to jail behind it, catching cases behind it. Like it was real then. It was not scripted like it became. But in the beginning, oh yeah, real blood, real knockouts, real jail time. Like for real, for real. Like it was so crazy. I used to be like, who would come into this show and want to go on there on purpose? I used to think that was so weird. I used to be like, man, Cook County gonna be full tonight, full tonight. Cause literally, like the audience used to fight, the people on stage used to like. It used to be a full out fights because it used to be like a Q&A section where the audience can ask questions. And them questions used to be serious. Like people used to really want to know. Like it was real for real. Like it was like gang bangers used to be on there, like prostitutes or your brother girlfriend don't know. Like them was real stories back when it first was getting lit. By the time I made it to high school, uh I had a baby, so by this time I could just stay home if I had wanted to anyway to watch Jerry Springer. But it really didn't matter no more if I stayed home because it'll air later on that night. Like I think at like 8 or 9 o'clock or something like that. But man, I'm gonna miss old Jerry. When you get to hearing that and read, man, it used to really be a for real bro. That's where the Jerry really came up for the fights because for real. Like, that's the crowd just will automatically say that every time somebody would get whooped. It used to be so crazy, and nobody was expecting nobody to really get whooped. But then I guess it had to get scripted because of all of the cases, and it was too much. It was a lot. It was like weapons with it was like a lot. It was really a lot. So man, I'ma miss old Jerry. Man, he brought some good times to me growing up. Like, I'm gonna miss Buddy. I'm gonna miss old Buddy. He brought some good times. I even watched this little court case a little bit. It was corny. I'm saying, but it was who he really was, though. Like, cause he was really a politician to begin with. So he just went back to his roots. Because I didn't know about Jerry Springer when it first came out, because it was so political and it was all about the politics and stuff. But by the time, baby, it was so unknown to the world, baby. I loved that show. You couldn't tell me nothing. But rest in peace, Jerry, man. You gave us some good times growing up, for us teenagers in the 90s. Yeah, you gave us some good times. Catch you in the next video.